I don't know what possessed me, probably a bit of starstruck fame, whatever you want to call it. Oh look, Carl's texted me, the guy from Get a Life at Sea. My name is Harry and I come from Banbury in Oxfordshire. I'm not from a fishing background. My family has always been from the Midlands, never been to the sea barring going on holiday. I think the closest I ever got to working on water before obviously working for Carl was going on a catamaran in the Canaries to go to watch dolphins. That's it. I mean, I've always been on land. So yeah, very much a Hail Mary coming to work at sea. Well, one thing I would say though is if you are coming from out of Bridlington, well, to be fair, away from the sea, because obviously it's not just Bridlington that's suffering for fishermen, it is all around the country. Make sure that you've got somewhere to stay. You've got digs, be it a flat, a B&B, anything. Because, I mean, when I started with Carl, I was living in a hotel for 3 days before I managed to sort of flat out, and it wasn't ideal. But just make sure you've got some digs sorted and you're set, because unfortunately you will be starting at 6 o'clock in the morning. I think the earliest I've gone is 11:30 the previous night, latest I've gone is 4:30, so it does vary quite a lot. So just make sure you are close to harbour for those early days, because I mean no one wants to roll out of bed at 10:30 to then drive for 2 hours to get to boat. I wouldn't want to do it. So just make sure that you are close enough to the harbour where it could be walking distance or it's a 5-minute drive. Pretty much from the army, I had no real transferable skills. Something that has transferred over is banter. I mean, always having a laugh, always having a giggle. There's always something funny that happens, even if it's just a case of me trying to pull a pipe out, trying to wash off the deck, not stepping backwards and falling on my backside. And then there's just Jack on catcher, wetting himself, laughing. The army gave me the habit, unfortunately, of if you're not 5 minutes early, you're late. End of story. So I'm always first one on boat, even if not a lot's done, it's tied in, I'm kind of stood around like, what's going on? So at the moment I'm currently on half share, which is what you start on after you've done, in this case with Carla, a week's trial. I started on quarter share, got bumped to half share. At the moment during January, money isn't exactly stellar. I mean, you're not broke and living in your overdraft or anything silly like that. But during summer, money goes up through the roof, as I've been told by both sets of Jacks. And I mean, if you want to make more money, put more effort in. If you can show your skipper that, you know, you want to learn these things. In my case, I want to learn how to do the haul out on my own without Jack floating above my shoulder like, hang on mate, you need to pull your towels over, or do a watch on my own. Just showing a bit of effort and, you know, caring about what you're doing. Okay, yeah, I'm quite heavy-handed with pots and everything. To quote Jack, I writhe things about quite a lot. By showing up and wanting to do it, it's half the battle. I mean, Carl hasn't told me you can't do something other than probably dive into the water. But you know, he's never going to tell me no if I show that I want to do it and I'm serious about doing it. I can remember quite vividly of when Carl offered me a job. I was currently driving to a Miller and Carter on the way for a date night with the missus, and my phone pings and I'm kind of like, who the hell's this? So I open it. Oh, it's Carl Price. Wait, what? It's Carl Price? Because obviously I saw the banner and had a look, had a mince through the videos. I've seen Jack going cross-eyed. I've seen some of the other skippers, skipper of Holly J, skipper of Perseverance 2, all talking. Seen the mayor, even seen the harbour master. I watched all the videos. I know it's a bit sad, but obviously wanted to get as much information as I could before I then sent Jamie Robertson an email, who then directed me to East Coast Maritime Training. I can't talk today. I can honestly say that being at sea is probably one of the most fun jobs I've ever had. Okay, yeah, this is comparing it to being in the army, scrubbing toilets with a toothbrush and being up at 11 o'clock at night in the rain in nothing but shorts and a t-shirt, about to go run 20 miles, but it is good fun, it's a good laugh. And okay, yeah, this can sound a bit soppy, but I wouldn't trade them for the world. Well, maybe Short Jack, but yeah, you know, Jibbo and Carl, I wouldn't trade for the world. They're great fun and they look after me. Get a life at sea.